As the director of photography, you're often in charge of a lot of people. That means that part of the job is that you also kind of have to be good at communicating and working with people. Let's look at some of the bigger relationships you'll need to navigate on set. Your relationship with the director of the film is probably your most important connection on the project. It's important that you help the director tell their story. Many DPs see the films that they work on as an opportunity to show off their skills. But if you have your own agenda, trust me that the project will feel off. Movies work best when everyone is trying to tell the same story. One way to help you get on the same page with the director is to help them in pre-production to clarify how they see the visual aspects of the film. You can do this by asking the director for reference materials, as we discussed in the previous course on pre-production. These are any artistic materials that the director feels represents the artistic style of the piece or aspects of it. Maybe it's other movies. Maybe it's still frames from a TV show or a painting or a poem or a song or something else. Oftentimes directors, and all artists actually, we speak in these flowery terms that don't really mean anything concrete and therefore can be misinterpreted by different people. When the director says that the film's going to be gritty and edgy, what does that even mean? A faster shutter speed? Does it mean strong contrast and lots of shadows? Does it mean that the sets and locations look weathered and dilapidated? Does it mean that the actors swear all the time? Does it mean all those things or none of those things, something different? As the DP, it's your job to help solidify these abstract concepts and quantify exactly what the director is looking for, at least in terms of the visual style. It's also important that you don't overstep the director in terms of working with the cast. Be careful about starting conversations with actors while they're trying to get into character on set. Also, avoid giving them feedback on their performances. Often the DP or the camera operator will be right in front of the line of sight of the actors. Be careful to not create distractions or do things that might take actors out of character. Sometimes you might need the actors to stand on their marks. You can check the shot or get focus. But it's a good idea to check with the director to make sure that the actors are in a good spot to be interrupted. Now, you will also have to work with other crew members, like the assistant camera team or maybe the gaffer. The relationship between DP and gaffer is kind of an interesting one. Each set I've been on has a different culture. Sometimes the DP is more technical and meshes better with the often sullen and tough G&E department. But I've also seen the DP be more artistic and creative and click more with the actors and directing team and kind of clash with the G&E folks. Regardless of the culture and personalities on set, the DP and gaffer need to be able to communicate well and respect each other for things to go smoothly on set. This includes having respect for the boundaries of each job. As DP, you'll probably understand how to set up lights, but that's not your job. That's the gaffer's job. So don't cross those lines. On the assurance, I wouldn't move lights or change a flag without first talking to our gaffer, Chris Taylor. It just shows respect and is standard etiquette on professional film sets. But even going beyond etiquette, you want people on your team to feel ownership in the project. If you do other people's jobs for them, a funny thing happens. They just stop caring and stop contributing, and that's bad. So as much as cinematography is about, cameras and lights and all that kind of stuff, being a cinematographer also involves working successfully with the cast and crew.